Okay, so now I'm just going to do a quick recap on what we learned yesterday about RUSAL Aughinish. So first of all, we learned that RUSAL Aughinish is a heavy industry. So it's called a heavy industry because it works with heavy bulky products. Its raw materials are bulky materials, they're heavy raw materials. I suppose the next thing that we learned was, where is it located in Ireland? It's located in the Shannon Estuary, on a little island called Aughinish. It's basically attached to the mainland. So it's on the Shannon Estuary. It's about 28 kilometres from the city of Limerick, and it's located on that little Aughinish island. We know that they make alumina, and alumina is the white powder. They make alumina and then they export the alumina to the UK and Scandinavia to make aluminium. Okay, so I hope you're following the pictures okay here. So they just make the alumina, that's why we call them an alumina refinery. They refine it down and they make alumina for the aluminium industry. So what do we use aluminium for? Drinks cans, beer kegs, airplane parts, alloy wheels, ladders, tinfoil pots and pans, window frames. You see all the pictures in front of you. So there is a big demand for it globally. Okay, so in order to make the alumina, what is their raw material? What do they need? They need bauxite. So bauxite is the raw material that they need to make the alumina. So bauxite is basically, like we said yesterday, it's a red rock. It's a kind of a rock that's found very, very close to the surface. It's usually found in tropical locations or subtropical locations. So where they actually get in the bauxite from is West Africa and Brazil. So they export the bauxite up to Aughinish from West Africa and Brazil. So it's ideal that it's in a coastal location, that it's located on the Shannon Estuary. The bauxite then is brought into the factory and they, as an input, so that's one of the key inputs, and they basically crush it down. Okay, so they crush it down into a powder form. They add in soda and lime. We learned that yesterday. So they must add in soda and lime. And then they leave all those ingredients mix and digest together. Okay, so they mix in the soda and lime with the bauxite and they leave them digest. They remove out the red mud waste, so what they don't want in it. And then they basically add a bit of steam, water steam, to the mixture, just to make sure that there's no impurities or anything wrong with the alumina when it's finished. When they're happy with it, they leave the alumina dry and then they get it ready for shipping. So that would be their output then. Their outputs would be the alumina, which they ship out to the UK and Scandinavia to make aluminium. And then what their other output is the red mud. So the red mud waste that they're left over with. So like I said yesterday, they can't do anything with that. They just store it on site in a big red mud pond. Okay. So I hope I've explained everything okay for you. I've done a quick recap of the details and I'll put these up in Edmodo too. So a very, very quick introduction. It's located on Aughinish Island, 27 kilometres from Limerick City. It's located on the Shannon Estuary. It's an alumina refinery. What do they make? They make alumina. What do they do with this? They turn it into aluminium, but they send it to the UK and Scandinavia to do that. What are their inputs? Bauxite, soda and lime, labour. They need 450 people to work for them. Electricity, it's a big plant to power up. And water, because they need that in the process. Processes, they crush the bauxite, they add the soda and the lime, they leave them all digest, they remove the red mud waste, they add water steam, they dry out the alumina. Outputs, they export out the alumina to the UK and Scandinavia, and the red mud waste is stored in a pond on site. Okay, I hope that recap is good.